Hello dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My dear students, in this video we're gonna see the multiple choice question of the poem number 2, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. The poem is of class 12, Flamingo, English. Dear students, along with the textual questions, I'm also going to cover the literary device of this poem. So I request each one of you to watch this video till the end if you really want to revise this poem. And I also request each one of you to please answer these multiple choice questions along with me. So without wasting the time, let's get started. The very first question of the poem number 2. The poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum has been penned by B. Stephen Spender. The answer is right written here. Here we go on the second question. What is meant by far, far from gusty waves in the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum? Dear students, sometime you also get the similar type of question कि poem की line एक दे दी जाती है जिसमें आपको पूछा जाता है कि इस line का meaning क्या होता है. So 4 options are given here. Away from energetic children, B. Far away from the benches, C. At a distance from the sea, D. Away from city children. So the second question's answer is A. Away from energetic children. So second A. Third question. What words does the poet use to describe all the slum children? Options are A. Rootless weeds, B. Hay-like, C. Weighed down, D. Emaciated grass. The right answer of the third question is A. Rootless weeds. Third A. Question number 4. The dash was sitting in the class of the elementary school with a weighed down head. Twisted bones boy, paper simming boy, tall girl, unnoted girl. The right answer of question number 4 is C. Tall girl. The tall girl was sitting in the class of the elementary school with a weighed down head. Fifth, the dash boy had rat's eyes in the slum school. The right answer of question number 5, B. Paper simming boy. Sixth, why is one boy reciting his lesson from his desk in the elementary school in the slum? The right answer of sixth is D. He was stunted with gnarl disease he inherited from his father. Seventh, what was one of the boys doing behind in the deemed class of the elementary school? Seventh right answer is B. Dreaming of squirrel games in the trees outside the class. Question number 8. The color of the walls of the elementary school was compared with C. A sour cream. Ninth. What has been put on the walls of the elementary school in the slums through donation? Which one is incorrect? Shakespeare's portrait was there, correct. Painting of dawn was also there, correct. Flowers in Tyrolese Valley, correct, was also there. The right answer, the incorrect answer is D. Beach with rocks. So ninth, D. 10th. The posters on the walls do not represent the state of the slum children because their world is, yes, painted with fog, true. A narrow street, yes. Third, an azure sky, नहीं, ये नहीं आता है. Fourth, far from the rivers, capes and stars of world. So right sequence is first, right answer is first, second and fourth. So that is A. So 10th A. Question number 11. Who sits at the back of the elementary school classroom in the slum? The right answer is D. An unnoted young boy. 12. What does catacombs imply for the slum children according to Stephen Spender? The right answer is D. A near-death existence. 13. Which of the following is incorrect with regards to the slum children? B. The map is a far-fetched example. 14. Where do the lives of the slum children slyly turn? The right answer of 14 is C, in their cramped holes. Question number 15. Through the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, the poet Stephen Spender has concentrated on themes of B, social injustice and class inequalities. Remember, dear students, this is important question. 16. What is the color of the sour cream? A pale yellow. 17. Which of the following phrases doesn't talk of the poverty of the slum children? The right answer of question number 17 is D, open-handed map. 18. The tall girl with her head weighed down means that the girl was A, tired of responsibility. So dear students, now we will see the figure of speech of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in the Slum. So here we go with the first sentence. Far, far from the gusty waves, these children's faces. Far, far, repetition of the word, and children's faces, synecdoche. So the right answer of first is B, synecdoche and repetition. Second, like rootless weeds, the hair toned round their pallor. Like and as. Like rootless weeds. So the right answer of second is D, simile. Dear students, the MCQs of literary device very important. Please do not miss. Watch the video till the end. Here we go with the third question. Question number 3. The tall girl with her weighed down head. The right answer is C, transferred epithet and synecdoche. Transferred epithet. Here the adjective weighed down head has been transferred from the girl to her head with which she is related. That's why it is transferred epithet. And synecdoche, a part of the body, head stands for the girl. So that's why 3C, transferred epithet and synecdoche. Fourth, the paper swimming boy with rat's eyes. Metaphor and hyperbole. A, metaphor. There is an indirect comparison between paper and boy. Indirect comparison. So he is thin and lightweight like paper. There is also comparison between the eyes of the boys and a rat. They are very bit close to the meaning and compared indirectly. Next, hyperbole. There is an overstatement that the boy seems to be thin like a paper, and that is almost impossible. So that's why fourth A, metaphor and hyperbole. The paper swimming boy with rat's eyes. Fifth, the stunted, unlucky hair of twisted bones reciting a father's gnarled disease. His lesson from his desk. The figure of speech of question number 5 is C, tautology. Unnecessary use of the word like stunted, then twisted bones, and then gnarled disease. ये सारे words के meaning almost एक जैसे ही होते हैं, and that's why it's tautology figure of speech. Number 6, at back of the deemed class, one unnoted, sweet and young. Sixth right answer is A, metonymy. The word unnoted, sweet and young, represents the boy sitting at the end of the class, and that's why it is metonymy figure of speech. Question number 7. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room. Other than this, the right answer is metaphor and synecdoche. C. Metaphor, the boy dreams of playing games like a squirrel does, and he dreams that class is like a tree room. So that is indirect comparison. And synecdoche, a part of eyes, part eyes stands for the boy. So that is synecdoche. So the right answer of question number 7, C, metaphor and synecdoche. Question number 8, on sour cream walls donation, The right answer is B, metaphor. The walls are compared with the sour cream. Okay, sour cream walls. The walls are compared with sour cream, and that's why it's indirect comparison. 8B, metaphor. 9th, Shakespeare's had cloudless at dawn, civilized home, riding all cities. 9th, metonymy. B, metonymy. The word Shakespeare's had, civilized dome and cities represent a civilized society, and that's why it is metonymy. 10th, ballad, flowery, tireless valley. 10th, that is D, internal rhyme. That's very easy here, flowery and valley, rhyming word. Next, open-handed map avoiding the world's its world. Repetition. Open-handed map avoiding the world its world. World its world. Next, 12, and yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. Question number 12, D, litotes. And yet for these children, these windows, not, use of not, this map, their world. 12, D, litotes. Question number 13, were all their futures painted with fog? The right answer is C, hyperbole and metaphor. Metaphor, because the future of the slum children appears like a fog-dim cloud. So comparison. Hyperbole, there is an overstatement, their future is painted with fog, which is almost impossible. So that's why 13C, hyperbole and metaphor. 14, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. 14, A, metaphor. Why metaphor? The sky is compared with a lead. 15, far, far from rivers, caps and stars of words. 15, right answer is paradox and repetition, C. Why paradox? An absurd statement but has a deep hidden meaning that Shakespeare and the maps of the civilized world make no sense or are useless to the slum children. So paradox, which is called to the absurd statement. And why repetition? Because far. Okay, so here we go on the 16. Surely Shakespeare is wicked. The map, a bad example. One more time, A, paradox. Because an absurd statement but has a deep hidden meaning that Shakespeare and the maps of the civilized world make no sense. Next, 17, with sheep and the sun and love tempting them to still. The right answer of 17 is personification and metonymy. 17C. Now why personification? Inanimate ships here and sun are given the human quality of tempting, and metonymy represent the civilized world. Question number 18, for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night. A, alliteration and rhetoric. B, metonymy and personification. C, both A and B. D, none of the above. The right answer of the question number 18 is C, both A and B. Alliteration क्योंकि फर्स्ट साउंड रिपीट होता है, देख सकते हो आप लोग यहाँ पर फ, ओके फ. रिटोरिक क्योंकि क्वेश्चन है इसलिए ए भी आंसर है. बी, मेटोनिमी, यहाँ पर जो क्रैम्प्ड होल्स हैं that represents the homes, and personification, inanimate lives are given the human qualities of being sly. So that's why alliteration, rhetoric, metonymy and personification. So right answer is C, both A and B. 19, on their slag heap these children wear skins pipped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottles bits on stones. The right answer of this question is B, metaphor, simile and paradox. Metaphor, there is a direct comparison between the slum and slag. And slum. And next, simile, There is a direct comparison between the glass in the spectacles of the children and broken bottles bits. And paradox, an absurd statement. So the right answer of question number 19, B. 20. All of their time and space are foggy slum. That is B, paradox, absurd statement. 21. So blot their maps with the slums as big as doom. Right answer is alliteration and simile, B. Alliteration, the sound of B is repeated, blot, okay, big. Next, that is simile, repeat as, used as in the sentence. Next, question number 22. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window. The right answer of question number 22, internal rhyme and alliteration, D. Internal rhyme, वर्ड्स गवर्नर, इंस्पेक्टर, विजिटर, ये राइमिंग कर रहे एक दूसरे से. सो दे आर, this is internal rhyming. And alliteration, alliteration, the repetition of the consonant sound V, visitor and window. So that is 22D, internal rhyme and alliteration. Question number 23. And these windows that shut upon their lives like a catacombs. The right answer is C, simile. There is a direct comparison between tunnels and the lives of the children in the slum. Next, 24. Break, oh break, open till they break the town. The right figure of speech is A, repetition. Break, oh break, break, oh break. And here one more, break the town. So repetition. Next, 25. And show the children to green fields. And show the children to green fields. That is metonymy, C. The green fields. The green fields represents unpolluted nature. So 25, C. 26. And make their world run azure on gold sands. 26. Metonymy and personification, A. Metonymy, the azure on gold sands. Azure on gold sands represents unpolluted sea and beaches. That's why metonymy. And personification, inanimate world. Inanimate world is given the human quality of running. Next, 27. The last sentence. And let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open history, theirs whose language is the sun. The right answer is synecdoche and metonymy, that is C. Synecdoche, the part tongue stands for the slum children. Synecdoche and metonymy, run naked represents freedom. Run naked represents the freedom. So 27th, C. So dear students, I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. If you have really learned something, then एक like तो बनता है. If you are new to my channel, then please do subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. That's it for the day. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind.